Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Caliper pendant. This is the 131065. Awesome fixture, beautiful glass on this. Let's talk about the size of the fixture body itself. That's going to be independent of the rod it's hanging from. This is 12.6 inches tall. That's going to be the body of the fixture, 9.9 inches in diameter. Overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture, which is the bottom of the glass, to the ceiling itself, is going to give you a range 18 inches at its shortest, 60 inches at its longest. Hubbardton Forge has a chart, and that chart is down in the corner of the page there with lots of different numbers on it. Those are going to be the overall heights that you can attain using different combinations of these pipes. And you're going to be getting 3 of the 12s, 1 of the 6, and 1 of the 3 to begin with. These are these little kits that come with all of these multi-pipe fixtures, basically. So, and how they work basically is you just put them together. So they have threading on the ends, on the inside, threading on the inside. What they're going to be coming with called a connector. The connector has threading on each end as well. And like I just showed you a second ago, when you put these together, they are super tight. The milling on these is incredible. So once they're together, you can barely even see a line. It just looks like a solid pipe going up. Alrighty, so let's kind of move on from there and kind of keep talking about those ranges there. This is going to, like I said, max out at 60 inches. It's going to ship with 140 inches of wire, though. So if you guys need to go beyond that 60 and 140, or well, let's say a little lower than that because you need some wire to be sticking out of there. But let's say your height needs on this are coming in at like 136 or something like that, which is really long coming down. You just need to order another couple kits, a kit or two, to get you where you need to go, and you're good to go there. If you need to go well beyond the 140, let's say you were coming down from a 20-foot ceiling or something like that, and you need like 180 inches overall height, drop me a quick email and say you're looking at the 131065. Tell me what you need, and then I'm going to tell Hubbardton Forge, I'm going to send it through a form and a whole customs department thing. It's going to come back and they're going to show us what we can do for you. Adds a little time and money, but we do custom lengths all the time, every day actually. Okay, I also want to show you something else. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, there's going to be a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. So these are the install instructions that are going to be in the box when you get this, and you might as well look at them now because lots of great information there. It's going to show you a full parts list, how you put the glass on, canopy setup, all of those good things. And we'll go over how you put it together basically. Before you put your glass on, you're going to be kind of putting a couple towels down. You're going to put your fixture body down, the part that has the wiring in it. You're going to be snaking that wire through these pieces one by one. So you're going to go first through a connector, then through a pipe, then through a connector, then through a pipe, and you're going to get all the way to your canopy up on the ceiling. Okay, this is going to have a 5.5 inch flat canopy. It's round obviously, but it's going to be flat like this guy. My sample over here is going to show you a cool trick that these canopies will do. This is already slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees, just as a knuckle, just like your finger does, and it goes like that. So if you guys have a flat slope ceiling, you're all set up already for that without a problem. And like I said, it's going to be this, I think it's a 5.5 inch flat canopy on the ceiling. It goes over your 4-inch junction box. This is what you guys have in your ceiling already. Okay, coming in at 6.6 pounds, so it's super light. You don't have to worry about any of those kind of things. Let's talk about glass really quick. You're going to have 2 options for glass. One is going to be clear, just like it sounds, clear. The other one is going to be plated smoke. So it's this kind of smoky look to it, but the outside is almost kind of plated like a steel mirror, but you can still see somewhat through it. Light can still go through it as well, but it's a really beautiful piece of glass. I think it's only, as far as this kind of glass, is only on this fixture in the entire Hubbardton Forge line because I've never seen it before. Let's talk about what's going on inside. As far as lamping goes, you can get a ton of light out of this. It's going to be using a medium base porcelain socket facing down, and you'll be able to see that on those install instructions. It's part of the reason I like to send you over there to those. It's going to be maxing out at 100 watts for incandescent. Remember incandescent bulbs we used to have when we were kids? So they still exist. If you want to do this, it's 100 watt max. Recommended size is an A19. That's that bulb size that we all grew up with. These are all A19 bulbs. You could probably get an A20 bulb in this without a problem because there's a ton of room. But A19 is a recommended size. 100 watt is a recommended for incandescent because of the heat generated by an incandescent bulb. If you guys want to go LED, and you should, because everybody wants to, right? Then LEDs come in all kinds of flavors. They come in this type, which is a phosphorus one. They have all those little phosphorus lines inside, super easy to get. It's also kind of decorative on its own, because don't forget, you're going to be able to see through this glass somewhat, so you might as well find some bulbs that are kind of aesthetically pleasing to look at. And there's also other types like this that are flame tip, all kinds of things, torpedo shaped. I think old-timey Edison-looking ones, those are around. That would look pretty cool in this too. But these just normal A19 bulbs that are clear, they kind of have a retro look, but they're also very inexpensive and easy to get. I'm not sure you want to do something like this if you can see through the glass, but you can if you wanted to. This is the just regular LED that's out in the world. When we talk about LEDs, we talk about the color of the light coming out of the LED. 2700 Kelvin is super yellow, like a setting sun. And then way on the other side of that is called daylight. Daylight sounds warm. It's not warm. That's like a cold, overcast day or a hospital waiting room, blue-white light. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin or 4,000, 5,000 K on that Kelvin scale. And if you're looking on a box in a store at a light bulb, it'll always show you a little chart where that bulb falls in this 2,700 to, let's say, 5,000 range. Right in the middle of it is what we like to use in our showroom, and that's going to be warm white. Warm white is 3,000 Kelvin or 3,000 K. That's what we like to use here because that actually mimics the light of an incandescent bulb we grew up with. So that's what we like. And it's a crisp, warm light. It's the light coming down on my hands. This is 3,000 Kelvin LEDs. This is actually these things. So, and they're easy to get. I can get them at my grocery store in the middle of Vermont. So if I can get it, you can get it. And you're good to go. This is a dimmable fixture. If you want to stick with incandescent bulbs, and you can find incandescent bulbs that are like this, that are clear, you put it on a regular dimmer. If you want to go LED, dimmable, make sure the bulb says dimmable. It's going to be very important. Tell your installer that you're putting dimmable LEDs on that circuit so they put the correct dimmer on the wall. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.